time.
They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. See me, I'm real plain and simple and direct. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it. Because you've been doing enough barking for them all.
Now, Nash, you think you're a giant? So did the Titanic, baby. You had Hogan, and you had Nash, and they were going against Sting and Luger, and they were stirring things up. They needed to sign a prenuptial agreement before Nash and Hogan could get in the ring. I'm not waiting till the 19th. Tonight, I'm taking Hogan on inside this ring in Chicago.
Party? You want to see how tough you are? Come on down. The water's fine, but it's up to here.
Deathlock Productions is proud to present The Shootout with Bill Blanchard.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Wrestling Shootout, now being brought to you by Deathlock Productions. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, happy Thursday, whatever holiday you want to call it. Sit back, relax, eat your sandwiches, eat some ham, and we're going to get this show started. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I have a very, very special guest. He's been on the show in the past. I'm bringing back here for another third round. Let's get some good, exciting input on professional wrestling or the indie wrestling here in the CSRA. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the current co-holder of the UCW World Tag Team Champion. He is also a former AWF Heavyweight Champion, a former AWF Metro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, a former Undisputed Greco-Roman Wrestling Champion, a former FCW Heavyweight Champion, and believe it or not, he was that once defunct AWA Heavyweight Champion, but he is the second man to hold the United Championship Wrestling Company World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, please welcome Justin Chambers to the show. Justin, what's up, bro? How you doing, man?
Pretty good there, Payne. Pretty good.
Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Yeah, you too.
I got my co-host here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome back to the show, Christian Fury. Now, I guess you consider your tag team partner on the Dark Alliance.
Yeah.
Sitting down
Yeah,
having dinner. Man, I'm full off of turkey dinner, man.
Shit, it's wrestling, the pumpkin pie. I ate too much as always. But anyway,
I know
guys,
you love a good pie, so.
You ain't lying, man. Especially that no pumpkin pie.
Oh.
Anyways, speaking of justice, let's get this show started here, dude. Before I jump into the love-hate relationship with you guys now on the same page, you guys are working with each other instead of against each other. I want to talk about Justin Chambers' debut in UCW, man. You were coming into UCW, you know, you're getting another opportunity to get back to the indie scene level. And right off the bat, man, you get put in a really hot wrestling angle. You're feuding with Christian Fury, you know. What's some of your thoughts when you first started wrestling with Christian Fury, challenging him for the heavyweight championship?
To be honest with you, he didn't deserve to be heavyweight champion at the time. I mean, he didn't have any competition at the time, so I guess it was my fortunate abilities to come into this company, seeing that there was nobody able to even move his boots at the time. Actually give him an actual challenge. Kind of like, you know, how Alabama is in the college football world right now. You gotta give them some kind of a challenge. And, you know, as most people remember, me being a Georgia boy, you know, Georgia boy is always willing to go against Bama boy, or in this case, you know, Razorback.
Hey, I'm with him, love him or hate him. I'll go Wu-Tang.
Well, I'm always people with the Bulldog fan. I've always loved people to kick ass everywhere they go. With that being said, yeah, you definitely had an interesting run. Now, you weren't the only person that actually thought that way. I honestly thought like Adrian Davis should have been the first UCW heavyweight champion. I didn't agree with Christian Fury winning this championship belt, but, you know, that wasn't my call or my decision to make. That's just my opinion. With that being said, you guys had some pretty good matches, you know, but I want to talk about you were the first winner of that veteran's Rumble. And then you win the Rumble, you challenge Christian Theory again, and yet you kept getting screwed out of the championship. Repeatedly, you would challenge him and get screwed. You run in, you try to get another title shot, and you would get screwed. And eventually, after just going back and forth thing for 7 months, how frustrating it was you? Because rumors were you were supposed to win the championship or supposed to defeat him, but again, controversial Craig Cash, as they would say, he got screwed yet again at the April show. The rumor was that, everybody was expecting you to win it, but, obviously Christian Theory had other plans in mind. But if you finally did defeat him and become champion, what were some of your thoughts on feuding with Christian Theory, What was your favorite match, even if you would, during that time period against Christian Theory?
There's too many to really say which one's my favorite. It's always an honor to get in the ring with Christian Theory. It's always, going to be, close to the wall, anything goes match. The one thing you got to understand is when you are at the top of the food chain, as they would say, there's only one way you can go, and that's down. So, yeah, Fury uses little tricks. Fury did all this and that, trying to make sure he held on top. But, if you think about it, anybody would probably done the same thing because there's no worse feeling than to be on top of the mountain and then fall all the way down it.
Yeah, but he fell. He went flat. I never even saw him get a return match or any other situation. Now, during that time period, you were the top of the food chain. You were the man. You were well done, meaning. Now, the question I want to ask you, before you win the championship, I don't know how much you listened to the show or whatnot, go back in the Yardcast in my show, I think it was last year at some point, I interviewed Wolfgar and I interviewed Joe Dirt, who still has the highest rating on the Shootout show. Go figure, he's a damn referee. Anyway, both the guys said on my show had some negative comments about you. Wolfgar pulled no punches and how he philosophed you in a very, very, very negative way. And I got my kids here, man, so I can't really be cursing close to Thanksgiving. But, they don't, for some reason, I can't understand it, And I'm going to be honest with you, man, I'm not trying to say this to hurt your feelings in any kind of way, shape, or form. I've seen Wolfgar in the hospital on numerous occasions at suicide roads, and he told me point blank, because Justin Chambers never accepted me, I just want to blow my head off. He showed to a UCW show, he saw you, I don't know what kind of look he gave him, I told him to Wolfgar. He looks at everybody that way, I don't think it's personal, but needless to say, that night he ended up in an hospital, man. And Wolfgar, God bless him, man, he's got a lot of demons in his head, so I'm not trying to take ill will toward him, or even toward you for that matter. I personally believe it's a misunderstanding, but for some reason, Wolfgar doesn't have nothing nice to say. He thinks he says on a personal note, you hate his guts and try to ruin his career. I don't know why he feels that way, but
here's the thing. Here's what I was saying about Wolfgar. All right, I don't have nothing negative to say about him. He's a human being. I treat every human being the same way. If you can't take a joke, if you want to hurt yourself, that's just, in my opinion, a weak-minded person. I love everybody. I love all human beings. But the thing is, don't be a coward. If you got a problem, come to me. I'll tell you, hey, if I hurt your feelings, I'm sorry. Everybody's a human being, I understand that. But everybody that's in that locker room knows that the locker room etiquette, as far as there's going to be horseplay. You may say somebody to rib them. And if you can't take a rib, then you just don't need to be in this business.
That is the truth. That is true, man.
Everybody.
God, man. Wrestlers, God, how many books today do you both own personally? And if we're not laughing every other page like some freaking funny rib, Wrestler Report, guy, man, my God, y'all know the story about the Rougeos and the Bulldogs, really cheap shots at the Diamond Kid, and Kurt Hennig was involved. They just he pulled a prank on the Bulldogs. They all thought it was freaking Rougeos. They got us all fighting on the Rougeos, and Kurt Hennig was going on with it, because he was going to actually pull the prank, but Diamond thought it was shot.
Hey, if you believe in somebody else, guess what? I'm going to ag it on. I saw it happen. They did do it.
Oh, God, yeah, man. Long story short, Jack Rougeau and busted out Dynamite Keith with a handful of quarters, man. Look that shit up on YouTube, no, sorry. Look that turkey stuff on YouTube, man. There's all kinds of things shooting in about that particular scenario, man. It's probably one of my favorite ribs in wrestling I love to hear about.
Hey, man, I got a question. Every time someone says, do we get a turkey gobble?
I'm the biggest person here in wrestling. But they could catch me. They could have swept and stuffed me this year. I wouldn't let it happen. I'm not ready to go just yet. I want to ask you this question, man, because, he said this in front of myself and Chris and Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt said he was right there when you said it. And I said, guys, I'm not sure it wasn't real. No! Hey, he actually meant it. He really meant it. I've asked other people. I was just going to the show, and I said, well, man, I can't tell you. I wasn't there. I asked Fury, I wasn't there. I asked David Trick, oh, no, I wasn't around. I asked Lance Stalker, I said, nope, I wasn't there. But these guys swore up and down. This is right before you won the championship, though. You're in the locker room, you get your stuff on, everybody's in there, and Wolf Guard, Joe Dirt's in there, and they were talking to you about it. And you're like, yep, I won the championship belt. You know why? Because I'm the only wrestler that deserves to win this belt that's in this locker room right now. Christopher asked, so someone in the locker room was Chambers, Wolfgang, and Joe Dirt? You can click on laugh and say, yeah, y'all were the same locker up, y'all probably would have said the same thing. But it's, oh, no, man, everybody was in there. And he stood up for everybody. That Justin Chambers believes that he is the only one on the current UCW roster that deserves to win the championship belt. And I said, okay, I'm going to ask him. I'll go in and look, and he's just going to watch. Well, let's find out. Is it true or no truth? I can't even remember.
Here's the funny thing. They keep saying that I said this, and all this. I don't even remember being in a locker room with Joe Dirt and Wolfguard by myself, because most time when I was getting ready, I'm always around everybody else. I'm always, I'm guessing, let's see, this is when I first went, so this is at the church in Grovetown.
Yes, it was.
I was always in the little room, and most time when I was in the little room, Cash was in there with me, or Cruz was in there with me, or Agent was in there with me. And come to think about it, I don't think Wolfgar and Dirt really came to the shows that much at the church.
That was like once or twice they show up there.
I mean, and this is right before I went, because I'm the only wrestler. Wow. Well, you know what? If they think I said it, well, in their minds, if I said it, then in their minds I did say it, I guess. I don't know. But there's no way in hell that I'm going to sit there and disrespect, especially Fury, Cash, Davis, all these guys in there. I mean, why would I want to even say I'm the only wrestler? I want to say Legacy and Hunter were there, and yeah, that's the most dumbest, retarded thing I ever heard in my life. And they really need to just, like, I don't know, think about what they're trying to spread. And I don't know why they would want to say crap like that. But it's fine. If that's what they think I said, then they can live the rest of their life saying that's what I said, and that's fine. Because I'm not here to please anybody. And there's only a few people that I have to rely on me. I don't really care what they think.
Dude, I thought about it. I tell myself, if you got a rib, or you get in the room, or you just say to bring a bunch of balls, clearly, he just can't say it, and y'all just hating on him, man. I don't know, man. It didn't really 100% sound like you and Dave saying things. Like, I don't know. I mean, why would he say something like that? I mean, like you said, 4 people, and I think Jay said this. She didn't freaking said that. How many guys were freaking would have stood up and was like, wait a minute now. This is not a world that happened in the locker room before they came to the ring. I mean, really, come on, man. You want to talk about back egos?
Me and Don would have heard about it before we heard about it from you on the podcast.
That's just one of those wild, crazy rumors I can hear. I'm going to trust on the show. No big deal. But I want to talk about this now, man, because, I've had my own frustrations with the youth management. I don't understand some of their creative ideas on something. And granted, I've heard 2 different stories of this, so I want to hear from the horse's mouth live right here on the Shootout on Thanksgiving night. Okay? Now, if I'm booking, you're now my UCW champion, I'm either going to have either another match, Christian Fury, or my other deals that I have lined up. You know, with possibly a game music, maybe Night Stalker, hell, maybe even Hollywood Headstock at the time, who was a freaking heel. I want to keep my champion hot, okay? Why book him in a match? And I don't know, I believe it was Shawn Legacy, or it could have been T-Shirt. It might have been Shawn Legacy. I don't know.
Shawn Legacy.
It was Shootout Legacy? Yeah, and I had a thought, because that was a match, some people just made the comments, Mr. Chambers, that match ruined your championship run, because you're getting put against another fan's favorite, who has a fan following, who has a really big name in the sport, you know, and ever since that match, you were getting booed like crazy as a champion, even when the promoter committee said, look, man, you're not getting over to face. I gotta make you a heel now. And a lot of people feel like it's all related to that legacy match. And I like the front of this UCW management for a comment, Leal, and both different members of the management says, oh, he requested it. He requested it. He wanted to wrestle Shawn Legacy. And then one of the source was to tell me, no, he didn't request it at all. As a matter of fact, he said, all right, I'm going to wrestle you. Okay, so I'm okay, cool, let's do it. You know? I'm just going to hear from the horse's mouth, man. What were your thoughts on wrestling with Legacy? Now, I know there's no disrespectful toward Legacy here, but do you feel as some of the public feels that ruined your championship reign of being, you know, the number one guy, the number one face of the company, if you would? Ever since that match. Go ahead.
No, there's no disrespect. I want to say they asked me, hey, who would you want to go against next? And I said, hey, you know what? Shawn Legacy, that'd be awesome. I didn't really care if he was a fan favorite. I mean, when I beat Fury for the title, everybody cheered, everybody was happy, everything. I went against Legacy, you know, some boos, whatever. But, I mean, and the fans kept booing, and unlike, you know, some people that just can't take a hint, I just decided, you know what, if you want to boo me, I'm just going to boo you back. And, I mean, it doesn't matter. Legacy's one of the top indie guys in this area. I mean, why would I not? I mean, that was, to be honest with you, that was a little greedy in my case. I could have gone against anybody. No, I want to go against the best. That's what I want to do. I want to go against guys that I know one day will see on the television now over here and, you know, see them working with some of the greats. That's what I want. I want to, and that may be kind of a little greedy of me to do. But you know what? That's what I do. That's why I love when I get the opportunity to wrestle any kind of name. Because, I mean, a lot of people will say, oh, I'm pissy because I didn't make it where I wanted to make it. You know what? I did make it where I wanted to make it. I got a wife. I got 2 kids. I'm having fun doing this. I don't care where I go. If I go to, like this past Saturday, Swainsboro, have a 6-7 minute match, hey, that's great. You know what? As long as I got somewhere to go, I don't really care what I'm doing. I'm having fun. And I picked Legacy to go against. I want to go against Legacy. And going through Legacy, I don't think it hurts my title reign at all. I think what it really did was help me reinvent myself into a heel and to actually understand that, you know, the one thing that's more important than anything that you do in that match is yourself. If you can't be true to yourself, then what's the point of doing it?
Got a point.
Well, I mean, yeah, you got a point, man. I mean, I get what you're saying, man. I know it was a good opportunity to work with someone like Shawn Legacy. Like I said, he is a tremendous athlete. I'm not knocking him in any kind of way. Just, you know, other spectators that are your fan supporters. You know what I'm saying? That supports you. That pay for a ticket and want to see Justin Chambers, you know, wrestle regardless of 1 person, 2 people or not, you know. You know, some of them were actually, you know, we're kind of a little frustrated with, you know, how the manager was treating you as running as a champion. I get from a business standpoint, when you're coming from, there's an opportunity to work with somebody that's going to elevate my game. And if fans want to turn on me because of it, then fine, I'll go back being a heel. You know, let's wait for our next question, you know. So what do you really prefer being? Do you prefer being a heel instead of a crowd, or do you prefer being a babyface? Being a hero, if you would.
Well, here's the thing. What you see out there most of the time is me. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to pick on people. I'm going to make fun of people. If you want to sit there and do me, I'm not going to sit there with a smile on my face and, oh, you know what? You can boo me. It's okay. No, if you boo me, I'm going to look straight in your eye and say, you know what? You suck too. Why don't you get in here and do what I do? I'm a human being. I don't care about hurting someone's feelings. It's not really a heel or face thing. What it is if you're going to spit on me, I'm going to spit right back on you. That's the point. It's not a heel or face thing. If you want to sit there and cheer on me, guess what? I'm going to look at you. I'm going to give you a high five, give you a big hug, give you the too sweet, whatever. But if you want to sit there and boo me, well, screw you. I don't care. Boo me. You paid to come in here to watch me wrestle. And if that's your priority, then do it. Do it. Boo me all you want. But don't expect me, after the show, you come up to me and go, hey, can I get an autograph? I'm going to give you a damn autograph. That's a simple fact. Boo me. That's fine. I don't care. It does not matter to me. I'm not a heel, I'm not a face. I'm me. I'm Justin Chambers from Athens, Georgia. Well, that's all it really is. There's no gimmick. It's no stage name. It's just me. Boo me, I boo you back. Cheer me, I love you back. That's all it is.
I love you for that. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little personal with your work here. Now, I've been a follower of your career since 2004. I've seen you grew from a kid to Justin Squirrell, you came to the Georgia boy, back to Justin Squirrell, to Justin Chambers. I think you perfected it with Justin Chambers here. I thought you had a lot of great matches. You know, some you had to be a little bit up, so depending on who you're working with. But, you know, going into December 2017 last match, I was there with Blake. We're calling that match. It was the last match of the year, the last impression you could make in the year 2017 in Goshen, Georgia, as far as wrestling is concerned. You were supposed to the match with another guy who was an upcomer in this business. Another guy, in my opinion, has a lot of talent. You know, he really does. You know, I saw him working Flatline Pro. He did some incredible work there. And he did a few little matches in AWF before AWF had his demise. But you was in a championship match. You were defending UCS champions, taking on, in my opinion, one of the number one contenders, I guess, the game changer, Adrian Davis. And what happened in that match? I mean, some of the fans were kind of walking away a little disappointed. What do you remember from that match, Gene? Go ahead.
What do I remember from that match?
Man. Adrian Davis. I think it was December 2017, the last match of the year. And all the hype, we tried to freaking try to fans all fired up, spiked up, and it seemed like the match was over in 7 minutes, and then it's almost like, well, damn it, what was that? We kind of felt like we should have thought more back and forth kind of fight. I don't know what it was, but I don't know. Before you know it, boom, you win. I don't know, man. I'll let you explain, man. In your opinion, did you like the match? Were you happy with the match, or you know? I just feel a lot of fans were home a little disappointed.
Like I said previously, cheer me, boo me, it doesn't matter. That match, was I happy with it? Yeah. I was in there with A-plus talent.
Yeah. It wasn't just knocking towards you either. It was knocking towards Mr. Davis as well. I mean,
no. I was in there with A-plus talent, Adrian Davis, the game changer. Plain simple. Doesn't matter if it lasted 5 seconds. Does not matter if it lasts 5 hours. When fans come in there and they see Justin Chambers versus Adrian Davis, it don't matter how long it lasts. It doesn't. You can be disappointed walking away. You can be happy walking away. But you best believe when Adrian Davis and Justin Chambers get in the ring, we're giving it everything to you. We're trying to tell you a story. And if you're not happy with that story, then you need to go get the tape edition of it and listen to it in your car. Because you don't know nothing. 2019 is coming very soon. Everybody wants to critique me. Everybody wants to sit here and say, well, who was disappointed in that last match? 2019 comes. The gloves come off. I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk about, but that match wasn't that great. Oh, well, I've seen them do better. Well, you know what? 2018 is all about me. It's going to be a lot of people getting their feelings hurt. It's going to be a lot of decisions I do. People are going to question them. But just believe this. When you see me get in that ring, I'm going to give it my all. If you walk away disappointed, you walk away disappointed. It doesn't bother me. But you best believe when I get in that ring, I'm giving it my all.
You're asking for more than that.
Well, the rumor was about that match. If you don't mind me, you think about it, just or
Go ahead.
I mean, the rumor was, and then I've never heard you say this. I've never heard Christian Spears say this. It's just, God, who were they? I want to say something. The camera guy. It was something. My Doug Dirt was wrestled on that show. He might have seen it coming. Me and Bliss up the damn chest. And I think I don't know who wrestled. Some big name wrestled, and when he left, half the audience left with him. I don't know if it was Key Cat. It might have been Legs. Hell, I can't remember. You know, if someone left, half the audience left, and then you and Dave said, you know what, let's just go ahead and wrap up and go home. We don't give a damn. The fans freaking left, and then I don't know how many people was there left to watch, to witness the match, but I don't know. The rumor was, supposedly you and David said, you know what, let's just go ahead and wrap it up and get the hell up out of here. Because I was tripped off half the audience. That's what the rumor was.
Here's the problem nowadays. Rumors.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay? Rumors. And you're sitting here, you're asking me questions, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're getting answers, correct?
Yes, sir.
No rumors here, is there?
No, sir.
That's the way this business needs to be. I'm tired of he say, she say. If you want the truth, go to that person. If that person is not man enough or woman enough to give you the truth, maybe you don't even associate with that person anymore.
You're right. Absolutely, you're right. Christian Theory, I can't talk to you no more, man. You're my biggest source.
Actually, I don't think I'm your biggest source of that.
No.
It's like the whole Wolfgar Joe Dirt thing.
Yeah.
You've been dying to ask me. You've been dying to ask me. How many times have I seen you in the past year, Dane? Just come up to me. Hey, did you really say that? No. Done. No more rumor.
I'm gonna address you in the show because the rumor was starting to be on the show. After I was gonna ask you when you get on the show. When me and you talked about before, I was like, hey man, I'm gonna ask you a question on the show. I'm gonna mention, oh yeah man, cool. That's the only reason why I'm asking on the show.
That's fine. But I'm just trying to educate people. Because most people are too scared to say what they want to say. Just say it. If you hurt somebody's feelings, you hurt somebody's feelings. There's time to apologize. I've hurt many people's feelings. I've had to apologize to them. There's been people that hurt my feelings. I don't really give a damn. But you know what? Who cares? The time and age of this, what we call wrestling, is changing. There's too many people that get their feelings hurt. They need a little safe space. And the old dogs, it's getting to a point where we have to watch what we say so we don't hurt somebody's feelings. So there's not a rumor started. He say, she say, oh, but we're going to close them down. We're going to close them down. It's wrestling. Everybody loves it. Everybody that does it loves it. Just do it. That's all it takes. Just do it. Stop with the he say, she say. Go to the person. Ask them. If you believe them, you believe them. If you don't have to. But guess what? You went and asked that person. There's no more rumors. Stop sitting here trying to hurt people. I mean, that's all it is. Rumors hurt people. Just stop it. That's it. That's simple. Me and Adrian had our match. Did we say, oh, everybody's leaving, we're just going to make it short? No. Because me and Adrian both live by the same principle. It doesn't matter if there's 1 or 1,000 out there. We're going to put on the best match we can give you. That's always the promise you're going to get out of us. Doesn't matter if it's our greasy grandma sitting out there that's going to sit for us the whole time, or if it's 1,000 people, it doesn't matter. I don't understand why people would even, the Adrian Davis and James Davis, everybody's leaving, so they're not going. No, why? Why wrestle if you're going to be like that? The day I do that is the day that I'm just going to go and find the first, hey, I'm done, I'm retired. That's it. Until that day, when you see me in a ring, I have never said, oh, everybody's leaving. Oh, let's just cut it short. Now, if I got injured and said, hey, we need to cut it short, hell yeah.
I guess that's what I was asking. If somebody get injured, if somebody get hurt, that's what I was kind of leading into. I mean, that's, it just seemed like, it was going and then it was over. That's why I'm asking, was there an injury? Did somebody get hurt? Did you get hurt? Did you, that's wasn't trying to indicate you decided to take the show up. I was waiting to see if you guys were injured at all in that match.
Yeah, I know Adrian hit me with something, and he routed me really good to the point where I passed out for a little bit. But I don't know if it was that match that happened. I don't know. I really don't remember, to be honest with you. All I know is that's one thing I can always say is if I'm in the ring, I'm going to give you everything I have, and there's never going to be any half-ass shit.
And that's all we want from you, bro. You give us your all, and we appreciate what you do in the ring. Yeah, that's first and foremost. I get rumors for people, and I do apologize when I try to hurt your feelings or anybody else for that matter. But, I'm just letting you know, when people watch the sport, they're going to talk about what they see. They're going to look for, they might think too much into it and look for a deeper story, and they analyze the truth for them. But my God, dude, we all grew up in this system. We all thought what was real, what wasn't real, is this a shoot, is this part of storyline, what you're really seeing is real, and people are wondering, it's the same way in the CSRA, it's the same way on independent wrestling, Nowadays in wrestling, you can't tell, but hey, is this really part of the show, or this is a shoot? Or hey, we're gonna freaking pull everybody, we're gonna pull the boards in the back, we're gonna pull the ice and everything, and people are gonna witness it, and they're gonna ask themselves, is that part of the show? Or is this guy going to business for himself? Or is this an actual legitimate shoot? That's what makes this podcast fun. Because the fans get to know what's real and what isn't real. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's the thing. When a fan can sit there and go, oh, this ain't real, then you're not doing your job.
Exactly.
Plain simple. So if the fans came out there and they saw that and said, what's going on? This can't be real. Then me and Davis are doing our job. Because when we go to the back, we're buddies. Plain simple. Fuck kayfabe, we're buddies. And that's the thing. Plain and simple. If you can sit there and go, oh, this is fake, we don't need to be wrestling.
Well, let's get into something here that I've got to ask this question. I'm sorry, I know you might hate some of your rumor question, but a lot of talk was made January 2018, the first show of the year, had a pretty good crowd. It wasn't 100% sellout, but they had a lot of people packed in that night. Might as well go ahead and say it was a sellout as far as UCW was concerned. Your first title defense that year, you took on T-Cash.
Yeah.
Had a great match. I got nothing but love for T-Cash. He's a tremendous wrestler. I thought you guys had a tremendous match. I felt like you guys could have had more matches together. I felt like you guys could have been that, guys, come on me say so. I could compare it to a young Bret Hart versus the Dynamite Kid. You guys are really, really going at back and forth. You guys are a similar build, similar style. You know what I'm saying? For me as a fan, calling that match was such an honor and a privilege, if you don't mind me saying so. I was really into it. And I really did my best to try to put it over as this match is something special. T-Cash is number one contender challenging the heavyweight champion. Try the audience understanding how important of a world title match really is in this business. You know what I'm saying? And when you guys pick to wrestle, y'all tore the roof down. But, unfortunately for you, T-Cat walks out as the heavyweight champion of the world, and then you see Jed Wesley coming out the ringside, and considering a bit of part of the year prior, Jed Wesley was trying to take you apart. But here they are cheering for T-Cash, and other guys in the back coming out there applauding T-Cash, recognizing him as the number one guy in the business. How did that really make you feel? Honestly, man.
Well, honestly, the way I felt when I saw everybody coming out of the back and clapping and all that good stuff, T-Cash winning the title and everything. Hey, if that's what everybody wants to do, that's what everybody wants to do. It doesn't change me either way, to the good or to the bad. Hey, I think I gave out and I shook his hand. He was a better man that night, and that's fine.
How come wasn't no major series rematches after that? I felt like he deserved a rematch. I mean, gosh, Christian Fury did. You still a rematch and get the freaking belt. And as soon as after that match with you, that was it. You're right out of the title picture. I don't understand, explain to me, explain to the audience, you as a person, when you promote, when you go to the promoter and say, hey, man, I want my damn rematch here. I sold it twice out tonight. What is T-Cash with Justin Chambers too? You owe me a freaking rematch. I deserve a freaking rematch. But instead, T-Cash is there wrestling with somebody else,
All right, I'm going to step in on this one, and I'm going to answer that for you. Rules of the Undisputed Championship in UCW is not like you see on WWE or anywhere else. When you lose the UCW Championship, the Undisputed Championship, you get like what you refer to as a Money in the Bank. You have up to 1 year to the time frame you lost that title to get an automatic rematch anytime, any place, anywhere. It can happen during a match, right after a match. You can even cash it in and say, you know what? I'm cashing in next month. I want my rematch. That was the rules of the rematch for the Undisputed Championship.
It just doesn't seem like no champion's been exercising that, right? Because 2018, not to be over with, they're not having a match at January 27th. Wouldn't that be past Justin Chambers' years, an opportunity?
Actually, no, because we all cashed in our rematch clause in June.
After Hunter Young won.
Yep, we all cashed in. We all cashed in. That's why the title changed hands so many times that night. Chambers.
Okay. Now, where's the answer to my question here is, yeah, the Undisputed Champion could challenge you, though, but then why, Christian Fury, you constantly give it a rematch this here against Justin Chambers? Why not have a rematch? Why not? What was wrong with having a T-Cash and Chambers too?
Okay, I know this is talking about Justin Chambers, and now I'm getting answers to ask questions, so here we go. The thing is, with Justin Chambers, he earned his title opportunities. He wasn't champion before. He was continuously earning those championships and championship opportunities. And another reason is I called him out, demanding I have a match with him because of what he did to me after my match with Frost. He came out and attacked me. So I wanted him in the ring that night, and I had to put my title on the line to get it.
So basically for us to get T-Cash and Chambers too, T-Cash had to be calling him out. Chambers had to take America on hand right there and attack T-Cash into this rematch. I was thinking from a spectator outside looking in here, if you sold it out in January, you would get double business in February.
If Chambers wanted a rematch, all he had to do was cash in his rematch opportunity. All right, I'm done with that.
I guess my question is, Mr. Chambers, what stops you from pursuing the matter?
What stopped me from pursuing
the UCW championship? Yeah.
Did I win the UCW heavyweight championship?
Yeah.
Okay. So I already became I already ran the place. So what else would there be? What would be the reasoning for me to want to run the place again? Why don't I try to go and, better myself somewhere else? Why don't I try to be the first ever, hold every title in UCW? Why don't, that's the thing. I don't just look at the heavyweight picture. I look at everything. I used to be part of a thing called the division. It doesn't matter where I'm at. If I'm in the heavyweight, tag, octane, it doesn't matter where I'm at. I am the division. So if I get thrown into the heavyweight picture, guess what? I'm going to win that belt. If I get thrown into the tag team picture, I'm going to win that belt. Or those belts.
Which you are the tag team champion now.
If I get thrown into the Octane picture, guess what? Yes, I'm going to win that belt. It's not, do I want a rematch of this? It's why? Why should I?
So basically here, I'm painting a picture right now. Don't make a butt of your little bullshit. You don't sit there at night in the gym working out there and think, damn, T-Cash got me one up tonight. I'm not laying here in the bed and my wife starts to turn and says, honey, why can't you sleep? Because T-Cash beat me tonight. I'm not going out of work here and telling myself, hey, here's how you go. I'm sorry, you got to see yourself, you know? Why? So, you know, that's the opportunity. You know what? I want my freaking rematch. I'll look at T-Cash. I love him. I respect him. But damn it, Cambridge, I'm better than you. So you don't have that mentality. It's so much for you.
No, why should I have mentality? Because this is what happens. When you get your emotions in something, you'll slip up. If you keep a nice, calm mind about everything, guess what? You get in their head. Because they look at you and they go, why ain't he flipping out? Why ain't he angry? You know why? Because I'm going to get in your mind. I'm going to make you beat yourself. I'm not going to lay in my bed every night and go, oh, why did T-Cash beat me? Oh, why has RWO been doing this? Because look what happened. Oh, I outscored RWO. I got new buddies. I'm the tag champ, not RWO. You have to keep a level mind. If you don't keep a level mind, you slip. You mess up. You make mistakes. That's why I don't get furious. That's why, as you started the show, I've won all these titles. But you best believe when I'm in that match with you, oh, the fire's burning. I'm going to be the best. But to be the best, as they say, you have to beat the best. Well, guess what? I am the best. And the way I beat myself is keep myself calm. So I'm beating the best.
You're like the Iceman, as you would. You know, that's what causes you to show no emotion. You're not happy, you're not sad, you're not mad, you're not angry. You're just kind of like you're icing your stain, if you would. You're waiting structure play. You're waiting opportunity to strike.
That's right.
Okay, I can live with that. I can live with that answer. I'm not going to call bullshit on that. I can live with that. Moving on here, you know, we all saw T-Cash losing the championship, you know, against Hunter Young and everything. What is your response when Hunter Young got the opportunity to become a champion of the world, and what are your thoughts of the champion currently in UCW?
I like Hunter Young.
You like Hunter Young?
I like Hunter Young.
How would Justin Chambers match up in a one-on-one matchup with Hunter Young?
Oh, let's put it this way. If I wanted that belt, I'll take it.
Okay. Good answer. Now, before I get into this next I am going to talk about the Wrestling Wars from early on in the year compared to 2018. We all know what's coming. We're all survivors of that particular war, okay? But I want your opinion on this, because you were young once too, okay, when you broke into this business. You know all about the freaking hazing that goes on in professional wrestling, especially, you know, what we started out as, where we've been SCW, WFJ, AWF, IWA, whichever. We all been in the ring, and we've all taken some serious blows from certain veterans in the ring. Now, I just did this show, you know, I just want your opinions, and Lord knows everybody has different opinions about what happened. And if you listen to my archive shows, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Justin Hollywood Hancock. You know, Theory, I apologize for beating this to death. I just told myself I was going to ask him this question. So if you don't mind, I'm going to go ask him this question.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Hollywood Hancock wins the Veterans Rumble. Okay, he did take quite a beating in that match, but he went into Rumble. Okay. Now, I've heard from other sources, I'll sit there, you know, Christian Ferry told me, all the Damien thing, all of a sudden that, you know, he got a lot of high fives and hugs and congratulations, man. You've heard that match. You've heard that spot. Congratulations. You know, you proved everybody wrong tonight. We're all proud of you. And I've heard other people sit there and say, but they've asked them to put them on the show. I'll call bullshit on that. And say a lot of people were pissed off for Hollywood, getting that opportunity. Ellsworth felt like they were more deserving of that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So before I ask the next question that happened to him and Damian Sick, what were your thoughts of Justin Hollywood winning the Veterans Battle Royal that year in 2017?
It was the luck of the draw, pretty much. That's all it really was. The less, that's the business. If that's what they want to do, that's what they do. Playing
Right.
So, I mean, did he deserve it? Fuck no. Should he got what he got? I mean, it was Damian Sick, so yeah, he got what he wanted.
Well, I was commentating that night, the very next match. We all saw what Damian Sick did. Like I said, I had Hollywood on the show. I had several other wrestlers. They either saw it, witnessed it, and everybody has different perspectives. Including Christian Spirit and other stuff. They all had different perspectives of what they saw. I mean, according to Justin, because if you watch the match right at the get-go, they got whacked. He got rocked, if you would call it that, and it just seemed like it was 100% total beatdown all over by Damian Sick. Justin couldn't his bearing. Something obviously he got hurt somehow because you look at him, man, he seemed like he's fighting fast. And I'm just like, what the hell is going on? I'm sitting there watching this, man. I'm like, damn, God, take it easy. And he's just really weighing on the guy, And then, somehow he did get a quick roll-up, 1, 2, 3. And then Damian Sick beat the hell out of him after the match. And then he took his valet, I think he took his valet that night, or...
No, the valet was already taken.
Yeah, that was already taken. But, he beat the crap out of him and everything. And he, and walked out here. The rumor was, I hate rumors, but, what that told to me was, Hollywood was getting some good heat prior to this particular storyline angle. Now, going records on me mixed this with the Fury, and Fury would say, yeah, okay, we'll see about that. And then he's put in a situation with Damian Sick, and Damian Sick totally destroyed with any kind of credibility Hollywood was going to get as a heel. In my opinion, people like, well, Hollywood who? They went home that night saying, Damian Sick kicked that boy's ass. And it kind of reminded me of hazing, what some veterans do to newcomers who may not properly broken in the right way that we should have. Now, other veterans, tamers I've asked, said, hey, I don't want to put this on the actual show. And I said, okay. I'm not going to say their names, but I will tell you what they said. UCW management, the booker who booked that show, had no business booking Justin Hollywood Hancock in any kind of match in UCW because he will not get booked in any other promotion. But this guy has, he has asthma and he has a mental health issue. They said he's not safe to be in the ring with. And if you know he has a medical issue, why in the hell would you book him at Damian Sick in the match if Damian Sick has a mindset of, hey, when it's go time, I'm going to go. You sit there with me, I don't care who you are, you're going to get Damian Sick, So it's almost like, okay, don't get mad at Damian Sick or just being Damian Sick. You know what you're getting yourself into when you set up our line. But the booker is also responsibility, for his challenge. If I know the fact that, okay, obviously this kid's afraid to take a freaking suplex for God's sake, why am I going to book him with Damian Sick? And look, you know what? I don't give a damn. If he agrees to do the match and whatever happens, happens. That's just professional how some people take this thing. So I'm just asking your opinion. I guess you already gave it, but let's let the audience know how you feel about that situation.
Hollywood needs a lot more training. Hollywood's going to have to. I'm looking at impression from him that he wants to do it, but he has to make himself determined to do it. I think the kid's got the ability to do it. Until he pushes himself, I don't think he needs to be booked anywhere.
I think he does either. I mean, he was in a situation, and no, I don't think Damian Sick could legally own him, When Damian Sick hurt that bell, he just went right at him, and being, Fury discussed with him the last episode we did, you're in a situation where it's either sink or swim, okay? That was the opportunity he was given that night to take on, someone like Damian Sick. Either you're going to take the fight to him or you get your ass kicked. And he didn't do anything. Obviously, he got his butt kicked, okay? So what can you do? What can you do?
Well, he had one or two choices. He would go out there and...
Yeah, one more time, boss, you broke up on me.
I said he had one or two choices. He would go out there and prove all the naysayers wrong, or go out there and get his ass kicked. And I guess he should go out there and get his ass kicked. But personally, I don't think the promoters should have put him in anything because I don't. Damien Sick is a whole different human being.
Yeah, I'll say he is. I mean that's a compliment too, by the way. I meant that as a compliment too, by the way. He's another human being. I mean, that dude's one cross son of a gun.
The thing is with him is you need to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get hurt. And Hollywood just does not know what he's doing. And does he have the ability? Does he have the heart? Yeah. I just don't think he has the willpower. Kid's a great kid.
Oh, yeah, he's a great kid. He's a great kid. I agree with that.
I just think he just needs to push himself a little more. Yeah, he's got asthma, but there's a lot of guys out there that have asthma.
But what do you feel about, like I said, other promotions won't put to him? Okay, you know, if I got to educate the UCW management, I don't mean no disrespect about this guy. I mean, I'll just try to be nice. But look up Marty Jannetty, the Rockers, entering an enhanced challenge. A guy in the ring who Marty believes he knows what he's doing. Obviously, there's a enhanced challenge who absolutely nothing what he was doing, and guy gets paralyzed from the neck down. You know, it's on YouTube. Look it up if you hadn't already seen it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of like, you know, if I'm used to the management here, you know, that happened under my watch. You know, someone got hurt under my watch. You know, I feel they should take responsibility for it. That's just me. You know, if I'm booking AWF and someone got hurt under my watch, yeah, I'm taking responsibility for it. That's under my watch. You know? And the police show when the police show to a ring and says, yeah, who just got here? I didn't get my car kicked off a freaking ring. I didn't freaking turn around with all crap. Hey, yeah, I'm running this thing, you know, I'll take responsibility for it. You know, okay, looking back, that's probably the stupidest thing I ever did. I got car kicked off. But bottom line is, if something happened to my watch, I think the manager should take responsibility for it, though. You know, not Damien Sick. Damien Sick being Damien Sick, you know.
Yeah.
But I know the bookers are going to sit there and tell you, I mean, make sense you're clear through the booker, what's your response to that?
Thank you, Dad.
No, I'm here.
Well, I tell you what, one of the bookers at one time told me was, hey, he signed a waiver, he knew he was getting himself into. I wouldn't say here if anything happened, but the man's grown man, he's over 18, he made an adult decision, you know. I don't feel like, okay, that's just like me having guys, hey, what's that guy's name that made it to the NXT? You know, he said he's on the contract as a new talent for the WWE, and he's going to make it all the way out there in Florida at the Performance Center and blah, blah, freaking blah. God, what was his name? Jeremy Steele. There's a reason why we wouldn't let Jeremy Steele rock on AWF. We try to train him. We try to work with him. You know? What about that doing the Randy Orton pose? I mean, come on.
I wouldn't classify Justin Hollywood and Jeremy Steele in the same category.
Okay, you're missing my point, okay? Mentally, no. Physically, and the ability to do the same wrestling, we're trying to teach this kid to do a toothless. Look how he was looking at it. I don't know if I could, you know, if I could do this or not and everything. You know, Jeremy Steele would not listen to anything we were trying to say. You know, obviously he's proven to be unsafe to be in the ring. That's why we wouldn't let him go. That's what I'm trying to explain. If you have a guy who's not willing to take certain moves to get in there, and then he gets freaking hurt, and y'all trying to get the guy getting in there and wrestle, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, obviously, I agree with what TJ says. He's a great kid. You know, he's good at grabbing and everything. He has to love a professional wrestling, but I think he lacks the heart and the willpower to take it to that next level. I'm not hating on Justin. I'm not hating on Justin. I'm just speaking for the facts here. He never should have been in that ring with Damien Sick. That's my opinion. Because obviously, Damien Sick's going to be Damien Sick. He's going to get the job done, you know.
And here's one way to look at it, too. You saw what was going to happen when that was a golden opportunity for Justin to step up, and you saw what happened. So that told us everything we needed to know.
Yeah, you're right. Well, let's move on here, guys. I think we kind of beat that thing to dead here. I just wanted his opinion, in that scenario as well. But, Chambers, what's going on? I want to talk on this other subject first, but I really want to know what's going on with your relationship with your other tag team partner, with Jeremy Cruz. They look like you're becoming a fine, very fine tag team, definitely promising of being tag team champions. What's the story, man? I'm going to address the rumors. I'm going to address, not the rumors, I'm going to address with some public forums, obviously, in just a minute here. But I talk about between you and him. Is there friction between you two, or you guys just agree to part separate ways?
Plain and simple, what all that is me and Cruz are still good friends, and I'm not going to tell him, hey, you have to work this show or nothing. He's decided that he wants to work at another company, and that's fine. I mean, that's wrestling for you. If he calls me and he says, hey, dude, I would love for you to come work a show with me, I'm going to go work a show with him because, like I've told owners of UCW and everything, it doesn't matter. It's ring time. Now, it's simple. If I go somewhere and all it is drama this, drama that, then I leave. Plain and simple. Because I'm not on a contract with anybody. And that's the great thing about independent wrestling. Is you can work for who you want. You don't have to agree with people. You can go there and take people. But you know what? It's really just a meantime. Plain and simple.
Yeah, dude, I 100% agree with you, man. You're getting ring time. I get that. Let me bring my next question here, dude. We're all survivors of the wars that happened back in 2004 all the way up to 2007, or even the early part of 2008. During that time period, the wrestling in the CSRA was on freaking fire. Okay? Yeah, I know a lot of people may not think much about AWF, but it was a place for ring time. That's fine. But the ones that fought for AWF, it was still a good place to wrestle at. Okay? And you had FCW, who really caught on fire. Flatline Championship Wrestling. You got Patrick Clark and got things going on. You were part of that organization. You also had the promotion down there in Thompson, Georgia, SWF. They were just coming back to our wrestling promotion, trying to go into scene as well. Wrestling was getting really hot in that wrestling scene. You also had TWF, Throne Wrestling Federation. That promotion was kicking ass up there in Clearwater, South Carolina. And you had Wrestling for Jesus, WFJ. And you had all these promotions in the area. That was traveling, that was wrestling, and you were part of that freaking war, man. What was your favorite memories about that? I know you got, man, no bullshit, dude. Tell me the freaking truth. What was the talk in the locker room in Flatline back in the day when y'all were working with Throne, then it was WFJ? I know y'all give two shits about AWF, and that's fine. I know y'all acquired all the SWF talent and fired the owner of SWF. That's freaking fact. That's what freaking happened. But what was the talk in the booking room with Daniel May and Aaron Milford, and they were promoting this war? Did y'all worry about the freaking competition? Or y'all just focusing on our product?
Never was in the booking rooms with Milford or Maine. Was I worried? No, I was a young kid that was just enjoying life, that loved to wrestle. I mean, that's pretty much what it was. I mean,
so Aaron Milford never gave some big speech in the locker room to try to rally up the troops and everything about possible. I remember one particular meeting I was at. I went within the front line for a handful of times or whatever. Anyway, I remember Milford specifically saying, I think what was it, God, might have been TNA even, but the players are going to come down there and Milford wants some big meeting about it and maybe come that we're going to send their asses right back to Florida. and they were talking about another promotion that was going to come down here and try to take out territory. I heard that from Jack, Fallon's father, Miss Harden's father, if you would. I heard him make comments about another, it's back in 2005, if I remember correctly. I heard him, them making statements about other promotions coming.
Yeah, that was about 2005.
I'll be honest with you, dude. I don't really remember. I'm being honest with you. I really don't remember. I'm still real good friends with Papa Jack and Fallon and them. Not so much with Milford. I don't know why. I really don't know why. Maine, I got him on Facebook. Not like we talk every day. I have the utmost respect for Maine. I have the utmost respect for Milford, all of them. I have utmost respect for everybody that was in AWL, Salone, all WFJ. Was there a feeling like a Monday Night War, like WCW Raw? Personally, in my opinion, I thought at the time I was at the best place I could be. Plain and simple, did I and myself think that FCW was the place to be, was the top of the food chain? Yeah. I mean, in my opinion, it was the top of the food chain at the time. Things have changed. Flatline Championship Wrestling went away. There were some things that happened that made me want to leave Flatline. I did that. I came back to AWF, and it rejuvenated myself because I started having fun again. And that was the biggest thing. And the greatest thing about AWF with the promoters there and everything was they welcomed me with open arms. There was no bickering. There was no bad feelings towards me. And without AWF, I would not be where I'm at right now, because after I left Flatline, if I didn't go to AWF, it was over. Plain and simple, were we the best in the CSRA? Flatline Championship Wrestling. Make sure you put that C there, not a T, because I never worked for Wiggins. But Flatline Championship Wrestling was the top of the food chain at that time. But
who's your rank number two?
Huh?
Who's your rank number two? That's during time period.
Between Flatline, Throne, AWF, and WFJ, probably WFJ for the simple fact of them traveling.
Yeah. I saw, when I was doing some good training scrimmages at WFJ, I know T Money called you out a couple times because he wanted to test you a little bit, man. What are some of your thoughts of bumping in the ring with T Money, man? Because me as a fan, me talking as a fan, and as a competitor, here I love what I saw, man. You guys can really work, if you don't mind me saying so.
I appreciate that. I always had the utmost respect for Money. Been through a lot with him. I enjoyed every last bit I had at WFJ. When he went to IWE, I didn't pursue it as much as I wanted to. I had so much more I could do in Georgia at the time, so I didn't pursue to get my license and stuff in South Carolina to work there. Don't even really know if I would have worked there. But the simple fact being, I love getting in the ring with Money. I still to this day, I like getting in the ring with Money. But I mean, you get somebody that, how do I say it? You get somebody that's been in the business long enough, and it feels good to be able to get in the ring and you not being a ring general, as they would say.
Oh man, without a doubt, Timber, if you don't want me to bring this up, dude, this is getting the hard, crucial part of this podcast right now, because I'm about to go deep with this one, okay? Now, dude, you know as well as I do, and so is Theory, and I've warned Theory, and I've warned Don about what's coming, and I've warned Alan Luke. Dude, I remember, I've got some scars for myself what was going on back then. Now, during the time when you were, like I said, loving life, bad things was happening in AWF during that time period where, my opinion, the ones, were pushing this whole war thing cared too much about, what Flatline was doing, and not so much enough what we were doing. A lot of guys got obsessed with their promotion of being the best, okay? Now, you know as well as I do, there's some guys that went through divorces over the wars, relationships, guys lost their kids, people lost their homes, people lost their cars. Some guys ended up in jail over this freaking war. You had guys calling up the freaking number, yep, they got drugs in our locker room. It's listening to freaking rage. You had one promotion calling the health department up and calling defects that were the freaking owners of another promotion. I mean, there's dirty tactics or being involved during this time period, And I guess I can say, Jay, too, if you don't mind me saying so, y'all are one of the lucky ones that survived without any scars. There are some people to this day right now started off as friends and broken into business, and now today they hate each other's guts because of the business. But you and Jay, in my opinion, are survivors without, you guys that have to go through a freaking divorce. You guys end up in jail over the matter, but there were some guys that were all promotions. Something bad happened to them because they got too upset with the war and a lot of heartache, and some of them even suicidal. How did you survive, man?
Here is the most simple explanation to that question, Tane. I told you about when I left Flatline Championship Wrestling.
Yes.
There was something that happened there before one series. I was sitting there, I was talking to somebody, and somebody said something to me and my wife, and I had to make a decision right then and there. Was it going to be my wife, or was it going to be Flatline? Okay. The only reason that I came out unscarred, and I'm pretty sure it is the same way. The only reason I came out unscarred and sane and not ready to take my own life, as you would say, is I had somebody that supported me. I had somebody that I woke up every morning and looked at and knew that everything that was going to go on in their life was my responsibility. I'm talking about my daughter.
Right.
I had somebody that when I was in the bed, the first thing that came out of her mouth when she saw me was, I had somebody that I got to the lowest of the low to the low would come there and say, it's okay. You're good. And the very last thing that helped me keep my sanity is I realized that there is a higher power, and as long as he is with me, I will come unscathed. And that is 100% the only reason I came out. And now I have a little boy. So now I have 3 people that see me. In my kid's eyes, I'm the greatest person ever. In my wife's eyes, I could do, well, I guess I can do wrong, but in my wife's eyes, she is my rock. The old saying is, behind a man is a good woman.
Usually lowering her eyes.
Usually lowering her eyes. That is correct, sure. The 100% thing is, my wife is not behind me. My wife is next to me.
Exactly.
If it wasn't for her, I would not be here. And that is 100. I've been to the lowest of the lowest in this world. I've had crazy thoughts in my head, but they have kept me here. They're the ones that push me. They're the ones that say, you know what, you can still do it. As they love to say, the fans love to say, you still got it. They're the ones that keep pushing me. That's how I came unscathed. Because if it wasn't for her, if something happened between me and her, I wouldn't be doing this podcast right now. Not saying I'd be dead. I'm saying I probably would not be in wrestling at all. Or I would be somewhere else, stringed out on some kind of drug.
Well, brother, you're a hell of a man, man. I envy you, man. I've said in private doors, man. I said, my God, I wish I could have been in. And I feel guilty for saying that, man. But I got no problem, admitting my fault. I wish I could have been in your shoes or even Jay's shoes. Because one thing I would say about Ashley and me, man, they did stuff by y'all. They did encourage y'all. They did help y'all. I didn't get that. I got the exact opposite. Usually after a show, I'm getting cussed out, screamed at. I care more about the damn business than my own family. When I try to walk away from the business, I got to take care at home. The business was putting guilt trip after guilt trip. No, man, don't leave. I can't do this without you. Please, 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 please. And I understand the fact that I got a wife at home, crying for me, and I'm stuck in the way where even when I did try to walk away, it was too late. Yeah, I lost my family and almost put a bullet in my head over it. And people like you, man, y'all called and checked on me every day just to make sure I didn't. I lost my freaking mind. I hated wrestling sport. I can sit there playing wrestling all day long, but truth be told, I got to play myself in the mirror, man. But, every day I got to live through that freaking nightmare, and on top of everything else, man, that's what kept, it is what it is, But I'm happy for you, man. You got a good wife, and they got a good wife too. I think it helps if they like wrestling. Honestly,
Well, the niece hates wrestling.
But she'll watch wrestling. She'll watch pay-per-views. She'll come to every single show. I've been in your house, dude. She'll sit there and watch wrestling. She comes to every single show and support you. She's part of UCW, man. I mean, I think that's cool. Like, you have a partner that's willing to work with you and help you.
She hates this business.
But she's there. But beside the fact, though, she's there supporting you, man. She gets 10 stars for that. Well, that being said, man, I got to try to warn everyone else from getting involved now. I'm a little bit scared. I'm trying my best not to get sucked into it. But, dude, it's already started, man. And everything I said earlier, I mean, dude, that was just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, it's already started with between Livewire and UCW. And it's only a matter of time for Power Boys. I guess you want to count Carol Kitchen, everything he's trying to do, trying to trash Damien and Sick, and then, all of the accusations, and it's already started, man. We're going to finish the venue. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. I mean, dude, I know you kind of said it at the beginning, but the freaking, he said, she said crap. But dude, the Warriors are back, man. It's 2018, going into 2019. Right now, get a lineup. You got Livewire. You got Power Pros. You got Bushido. You got UCW. And now, just announced on the CSLA wrestling page, and people are talking good about it, and people are talking bad about it. See, it's the worst thing that could happen right now. The return of IWE. What are your thoughts right now compared to yesterday, compared to today? The Warriors are coming back, bro. I know where do you stand? Where do you really stand? I mean, are you going to be a loyal soldier and fight for one promotion, or are you like, you know what, like you said earlier, I'm not in the contract, I'm going to wrestle wherever,
Here you go. UCW is my family.
There you go.
Okay. UCW will always be my family, will always be my home. Okay. I mean, I don't have to like everybody at UCW. I'll respect everybody at UCW. Okay. Bottle Plus. They're the new FCW. They are. What Joshua Hancock has done for Thompson, for CSA, in my opinion, has lit a fire and has tried to make all these other companies catch up pretty much. And where he's going is great. Sad, I've never been to one of his shows because I live in Aiken and I'm not going all the way to Thompson. And, I would, but I got kids and, feeding them is more important than gas right now.
Of course. Well, let me ask you a question about Power Pro. All right, go ahead.
As far as issues between Livewire and UCW, that's none of my concern. There's been things that have been said, and UCW, the promoter and the bookers and everything, are taking the steps to do what they got to do to correct some issues. There's been some things said about a certain person in UCW, calling this person certain names that I won't say, and I will not say their names. This person from Livewire, and none of it is founded There's been no proof of any of it. It's pretty much he say, she say. The only thing that I would love to tell everybody in UCW, everybody in Live One, Live Pro, wherever, it doesn't matter, is none of y'all are under contract. That's the first thing. The second thing, just because somebody goes and works at another venue that you may hate the promoter, just be supportive of your brothers and your sisters, because they go over there, they do what they got to do because they love wrestling. They may hate the promoter, they may not like people that are a part of that promotion, but as long as it does not affect your family, and when I say family, I'm talking about your kids, your wife, your husband. As long as you're doing something that you love and you're not getting over there to take sides. Look, plain and simple, the last time I took sides, it was dodgeball in elementary school. You can take sides. That's fine. If that's your priority, it's prerogative. But for me, ring time's ring time. I'll be professional because that's what you're supposed to be, is professional. I'll come up to you, I'll shake your hand, but you best believe I'm not going to sit there and shoot the breeze with you. I'll come up, I'll be doing, what's my match, how long do I have, what am I going to get? As soon as it's done, I get undressed, I come back to you, thank you sir or ma'am, you have a good day, I leave. That's when it's murder. If there's a worker there that I don't like, guess what? I'm not going to come up to you, and I'm not going to act like everything is kosher. You come up to me and say, hey, what's up? I will look at you and go, hey, how are you doing? And that's it. I'm not sitting there having a talk about the good old days with you. I'm not going to sit there and talk about anybody, and if I'm at Livewire, I ain't talking about anybody at UCW. Because guess what? That's UCW. This is Livewire. Same way. If I'm at UCW, that's UCW. Not Livewire. So if people cannot understand the difference, and like I said, I just hope, because you was there, went down to Swainsboro, and worked there. There was a certain individual there that I saw that I don't really like, came up to me, shook my hand, very professional, shook their hand, you have a good day, did what I was supposed to do, went home. Plain simple, there's going to be a lot of hurt feelings. It really is, because I'm not just going to be strictly UCW. Now don't get it wrong. If this show has a UCW comes first. That is my home. You best believe that. It's my home. They get priority. Plain and simple. So if I can get ring time somewhere, I'm going to go get ring time. 100%. This crap with the wars happening, well, the last time I checked, one of the guys that runs a certain company that I talked to very recently pretty much said, I'm going to let them do what they do. I'm going to do what I do. If they want to keep running their mouth, it doesn't matter. There's more important things in this world than
I get that. I get that. You know, but you've already got guys right now who've already quit on UCW. You go work for Livewire. It's almost like a loyalist to Billy Johnson. You know, and I made a little funny analogy. Well, not really funny, but you know, most of the ones that are choosing Johnson all live in South Carolina. The ones that mostly were choosing Georgia is all UCW. I don't know if they've ever picked up on that though. But yeah, I was kind of hurt. Like, why don't everybody else think like you do? Once people are like, look, let the promoters have it out, okay? We're going to wrestle. We're going to get ring time here, okay? You know, don't drag us in the middle, but right off the bat, you know, Jeremy Cruz found out that he would not come out to UCW. Darkness calls the promoter of UCW and basically said, I have some personal issues right now, but, well, you still did have to have the live wire. Yeah, I know. I thought, you know, but he still showed the live wire, and he's still competing on live wire, but then no show towards UCW. I mean, so say what you want to say. People are already shooting sides. But I'm tired of you to step up and like, you know what? I don't want no part of this more. I'm going to do me. I'm going to wrestle me. Hey, that's a good attitude to have. You know, but some people are not looking at it that way, man.
And like I said, and I mean, yeah, some people are not looking at it that way. And I'm not shooting on anybody, even though this is a shootout.
That's fine, dude.
I'm not shooting on anybody. I just have gotten to a point in my life where the high school bull crap is over and done with. I've been out of high school for a while. If I have to go work for somebody that I may not like or anything like that, I'm not saying anything that I don't like neither one of the promoters or anything, so please don't be trying to twist any. I'm not telling that you are, but anybody listening to this, don't twist anything else. Plain simple. This is the way it's going to be. I'm too old for this crap. Oh wait, that's Lethal Weapon. I'm sorry. I'm getting too old for this. I don't have much longer in this business. I want to have fun. If that means that I got to go work for this company and I may not like somebody that's working for that company, I don't have to associate with that person. But you know what? In the same way as I won't criticize someone that goes to work for this other company, and I may hate everybody on that roster, please, for God's sake, be a grown man or woman and don't get pissy because I go work for this company and there may be somebody on there that you don't like. That's the only thing I hope. Because I'm not going there to choose sides or anything. If I go to a thing and they're like, well, you can't work for this company ever again, guess what? I'm not working for that company ever again. Because when you try to make me choose sides, that just pretty much tells me, guess what? I don't need to be here. Because unless you are paying me money, or I am signing a contract and you're going to take care of my family for as long as I dang perform, you have no say-so to where I go. And the biggest thing is, I've lost too many friends to this drama. I've lost a lot of friends to this drama. And I'm not losing any more friends. If I lose friends now, it's not my decision to lose them. It's going to be that person's decision.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, man. I mean, I really do. You know, I've been concerned. I've been a little worried about it because I know what to expect. And then, you know, not everybody's going to feel like you do, man. And, you know, I mean, I'm not sure if I should address this rumor or not, but, you know, Caleb Scoball, you know, is no longer going to be, part of UCW. I mean, he's being accused of sabotaging their show. Is he doing it for Valor Pro, or because I know he's doing the show, and then, you know, he feels like UCW does not have their stuff together. He won record that says UCW is a joke, and they're not going to go nowhere. You know, so why are you still showing up there? Hey, I'm just getting practice. I'm getting my own ring time. I'm getting mic time. You know, and then I don't understand it either. The last show, this heads up what to say. I'm trying to explain to them what we're going to say before we get out there. It's like, I got this dog. There's a time or two, and he gets out there and just totally says the exact opposite. You know, totally forgets about the national anthem, David Poole's tribute. He wouldn't go acknowledge none of that. He went to go right in the open match. Like, what are you doing? No. And right off the bat, everyone's looking like you still a bunch of cluster mess. Whether he did that on purpose or not, there is no proof of it, other than the fact that it's written right there what to say, and he didn't say it. He came out to the back where me and Blake were, threw the puck right in my freaking face, and said, F UCW, this place sucks. I'm kind of, I don't know. He probably wasn't going to come back no way after that night, but like I said, man, it's just, I don't know. I don't know what's being said on the other side. I don't know if he did it on purpose or not. I know for a fact I've seen it done before when another promotion would come to the promotion and purposely sabotage the show. What do you say to guys like that, or really take this thing a little bit too far? Because it's going to happen again. It's already happened before. I don't know. Why can't everybody deal on? Why can't everybody look? If we're trying to get to on the show, y'all focus on y'all's part, make your product good. Let us focus on ours. And another question I'm going to ask you as far as UCW talent loss is concerned, and I want Christian Theory to answer this too. It's always been said to me, the only way UCW is going to make it if they fire 80% of their roster and get better talent. No one would never take UCW seriously. And I think personally, I think it's a little crap, man. You definitely guys out there are doing their damn to have a good match and everything, okay? They may not be WWE material, but you know what, though? It's still wrestling, and in my opinion, I'm seeing good match, okay? I got nothing bad to say about no talent at all in UCW. They're giving their hearts out, and I'm being entertained as a fan. I like what I'm freaking seeing. I love your freaking matches, But another guy, I don't want to say his name, feels a little bit different, saying that the only way UCW is going to make it if we get rid of 80% of the roster and get better talent there.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that, or?
I don't really agree with it. I don't agree with it. I just personally, I think it's time for people either step up or shut up. I think to better some of these guys, it's going to actually take pretty much putting a fire in their asses and pretty much saying, like, look, you got this amount of time. Either you step up or,
step off. Step up or step off.
From a business standpoint, it's pretty much, it's either a better program, and I've told the promoter of UCW, I told him, I said, it's a day that comes to your mind and you say, me, myself, Justin Chambers, can't do it anymore, you let me know, and I will bow out gracefully. Plain and simple. But some people, I think, have taken it too far as like anybody that will sit there and go, oh, y'all is not nothing unless you get rid of this, and this, and this. Who the hell are they? Now, if freaking Ric Flair walked into the front and he said that, I would take that a little bit more than say somebody that supposedly thinks they are the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah. A lot of wrestlers in the WCW and WWE all will say, go tell Dave Meltzer to go fuck you know what. You never taken a freaking bump. What the hell are you freaking talking about? When Dave Meltzer would share all over a lot of matches and well-produced shows that the WCW and the WF produced back in the day for the Wrestling Observer. I'm not trying to be like Dave Meltzer and everything, but, I don't know. Granted, there are some people I do question, like, okay, why is this guy getting booked? I think he's there's one particular guy, and I like the guy personally. I don't want to say his name because I don't want him thinking I'm hating on him, but I do question, like, okay, why is this guy getting booked? And there's obviously, this guy keeps getting hurt, and he's getting hurt bad every time he gets in the freaking ring. And I think we all know what we're talking about. And I kind of question, like, okay, why are you booking this guy? He got hurt the last month. He's here next month working again, and then he gets hurt again. I don't know, man. I don't know. There are some talents in UCW. I do feel like the UCW management should take a second look at it. It's not about hating on the guy. Safety, in my opinion. It ain't worth. You don't know. I don't care what the UCW management was saying. You don't want nobody that got in your ring. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you about it. I'm not trying to disrespect or hate on, but you can sit there and say, well, they're starting to wait for the road race change and make no decision. Yeah, but it's still your responsibility. Okay, you're still, stop thinking of stuff with the wrestler, thinking stuff with the promoter and the manager. You don't want nobody to die under your watch. That's going to be on your conscience. That's just me, man. That's just me. Well, what do you think UCW got? I know it's your home. You love it. You took a lot of bumps to that ring. You spilled a lot of blood. You're a former champion. I mean, you took as much as part of UCW as I am. Well, not much as I am. I mean, I'm just the announcer, man. I'm still trying to earn my keep there. But what do you think UCW's got to do to get to that level? There's so many freaking guys that go to a freaking show and hated on UCW. I mean, let's call it what you want to call it. We can sit here cleaning up all day long, but he said, she said, we need crap, bull fucking shit. This is our fucking life that we're talking about here, okay? We live this shit day in and day out, okay? I freaking say it, man. There are these assholes out there freaking hating on UCW. You guys come on there every single freaking month. You set the ring up. You do a freaking show. You break your freaking ring down. You're not getting home at 3 o'clock in the morning. And it's for freaking what? Because you freaking love it. Tell it like you freaking mean it, man. You freaking love this business about as much as I freaking do. God mentioned, like Aaron Leak would say, what are you going to do to take it to the next level? Are you satisfied where you are? Are we going to reach for freaking stars? But everybody freaking know, no, man, we do belong here. And I'm sick and tired of being told that the best thing we need to do is keep our asses in the seat in front of the TV screen and watch wrestling. I mean, it's going to piss me off when someone like that, I think a UCW roster down and says, what are we doing? Killing the wrestling in the CSRA? What makes them freaking better than us? Not stand up there and put a pair of pants on wheels like that time, just like we all freaking do here. I mean, I'm going to sound like I freaking see it,
Oh, yeah.
You gotta fight for what you believe in, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna fight for what I believe in. One way or the other. Whether I win or lose or draw, you can't say I didn't back down for John to back down for the freaking fight. I'm sick of it, man. I'm just being honest with you. I'm sick and tired of the haters. Plain and simple. We might question some of the things that we freaking do, but damn it, man, they have a love for this freaking business, and they have this much is right, the butcher soul, 100% promotion, and keep a sales count they can get to produce a good show. Hell, okay, we should have talked about the backstage concert of what Damien Freak might have may have been out done to Hollywood Hancock. But you know what, though? The fans walked out there freaking happy. I mean, bottom line.
Oh, yeah.
They're walking out there freaking happy. When you see you taking off freaking T-Tag, the standing up freaking ovation, the fans want them happy. And what your freaking want is, you want them going home, not whether it's T-Tag to the champion or a sandwich to champion is, damn if you see that freaking match. God, I want to come back next month and see it again. That should be your freaking motivation. That's why you still there every single month. Because the average fan that you pay $5 to see a freaking ticket, you want him to pay $5 for the rest of the year because you want them coming there to see you freaking wrestling. That's how we freaking do this thing. Yeah, we do it for ourselves, we do it for the freaking fans, but damn it, man, I'm gonna call like a freaking kid. I'm freaking tired of freaking haters, man. I'm just being honest with you. I'm letting it all freaking fly. I'm tired of you still getting pissed on. And so what? You guys go from the Growtown church show, which all y'all said, oh, they ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna let that few months at the freaking church. What else can freaking do at a freaking church? But you know what, though? Y'all sold freaking tickets. You're tearing the freaking house down month after month. Then what happens? And y'all lost the freaking church, whether it was some controversial crap or really happened or what didn't really happen or whatnot. I don't really know. But everybody freaking says, well, that's it. You studied, daddy, gone and buried. Did they give up? No. American Legion, baby. The United States American Legion. They don't love wrestling as well. They want wrestling back in the CSRA. They want it back in Augusta, Georgia, and they hired UCW and had this very next freaking month, man. You guys should be proud of what you guys have done. I mean, you should walk around your chest and real like, you know what, though? Yeah, I was a UCW freaking champion. Now I'm the tag team freaking champion. I'm out here wrestling in Augusta, freaking Georgia. But screw what the rest of the world's going to freaking say. I mean, come on, man. You can't sit there and tell me that you don't give a fuck. Dude, it's in your blood, man. I know it's in your blood. Your heart beats this shit like it beats of mine. I'm just being real with you. Yeah, I'm kidding, man. I had a PTSD episode last night, so my medicine's not kicking in yet, but it was earlier, and I'm having flashbacks, dude. I swear to God. No, that being said, what is your legacy in UCW? That's what I said.
Well, yeah.
How do you really feel about Christian theory?
This is what it is, dude. People are going to shit on people for all eternity. It doesn't really matter. But the problem is when somebody shits on you and you let that affect you, that's when that person wins. Like I said, as that word I talked to Saturday said, let them do what they want to do. We're going to do what we want to do. And that's it. I mean, that's simple it is. It's in my blood. Yeah, it pisses me off to see how some people are acting. And it's just bickering back and forth. But you know what? Like I said, I'm getting too old for this shit. And I'm not going to sit here and bicker back and forth with another grown man. I'm going to go out there. I'm gonna show them up. I'm gonna give these people the best show that they can get, and I'm gonna win fans. That's what it all amounts to. It's not who has the better roster. It's who gives the better show.
There you go. I like that answer.
I can give you 4 WWE legends or 4 indie stars, and I can make those 4 indie stars give you a better match. That's the whole thing. It doesn't matter how much you spend, because what all that matters is what's in that ring. So if you give people a better match, it doesn't matter who's in that ring. That's the whole thing, man. It doesn't matter who is really in that ring. All that matters is the match. If you can understand that.
I can understand it. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
People always, I mean, you want to shield somebody. Well, I always live by the saying, if someone's sitting there talking shit about you, they're afraid of you. Because I always, if I don't like somebody, I'm not going to constantly talk about that person. With this day and age of social media, if you sit there, I'm just going to use Survivor Pain or something as an example here. If I sit there and I talk to all my buddies like, man, this Survivor Pain is a piece of shit, just da. And then,
well, this is being honest.
Who is this guy? And I go, oh, well, let me show you his Facebook page. And they look at his Facebook page. Well, that person goes, man, you should have heard what Chambers was talking about, this guy right here. And then that person, look at this guy. And what's going to happen is, what I'm doing right there is advertising you. Yeah, it may be a good thing and bad thing, but guess what? If you're another worker, another wrestler, people are going to, hey, look, this guy's going to be at such this weekend. Let's go watch him get his ass kicked. Guess what I just did? I just put money in your pocket. If you wanted to destroy something, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest
I feel what you're saying, man. I know you're right. My heart's in my sleeve more than it should be.
Oh, you're good, dude.
I mean, I got told I'm a fucking psychopath. I used to kill people for a living, and I'm still trying to choke that shit down, But anyways, I had another question for you. Oh yeah. On a positive note, dude, I got to admit, man, I was a little irritated at first, only because I felt like it was something similar that I wanted to do. But at the same time, you guys really fooled the fans. I mean, I love a good swerve and you can't see it coming. You know, they say wrestling nowadays is so freaking predictable. I gotta give you guys credit. When y'all formed the Dark Alliance, nobody did see it coming. I mean, you knew something was going to happen. Nobody had no idea. And we were just thinking someone's going to run there trying to be a partner. Somebody, something, could have been cheap money. You know, what if Castaway showed up? Hell, it would have been $150 million. Everybody was speculating what was going to happen. You're in a handicap match with the RWO. And y'all been tied together up for the last couple of months. And then everybody's wondering, where the hell is Jeremy Cruz at? I always see a partner, not be there for his partner, man. Well, that's kind of messed up, you know? I mean, what's the real story behind that? And all of a sudden, like, what the hell? You seen Dead Record coming through the crowd. And all of a sudden, RWO is getting attacked. And even if they at that point, two and they put it together until the match is over with, and all four of y'all embrace, man. How the hell did that freaking happen, man? But bravo, dude, that was beautiful. Because nobody didn't see it coming, and the crowd loved it. In spite of how good that Billy Brash and Hunter Young match was, it was definitely a 5-star match. But people went home that night talking about how the Dark Alliance was formed and how the RWO got threw out of the belt because nobody did see it coming. Beautiful. I love matches like that.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm definitely not taking away from Billy Brash and Hunter Young.
Oh, God, no.
That was the match of the night.
It's not the match of the year, dude. It was pretty good.
That was the just amazing. And like I said, when you get top tier talent into it, it makes you push yourself further. Hunter Young, that was his best match, and Hunter Young's going to get some good talent. And I've seen Hunter Young in other promotions. That match is his best match of the year. 100% best match of his career, almost. And I've watched some of his matches, whether it be in Alabama or wherever the heck he goes. That was the best match, and that's what really is going to take. You need to get some of these, you know, not necessarily fill your whole card with, you know, indie guys coming from other places. You know, you get 1, 2, possibly 3 indie guys come in and help out, you know, if they're willing, even before shows, just get out there. Psychology, talk, just learn, you know, socialize. You know, I mean, that's all you need to do, and it will help you reach that next step that you really want to get to. But honestly, I think that's what really what's going to have to take at UCW is we're going to have to bring some guys in to bump up the talent as far as helping some of these guys. And if there's guys there that can't bump up the talent with this help, I mean, there's really nothing much more that can be done.
Well, you know, Deathlock Productions also, you know, produces this show, but I've spoken to the CEO of Deathlock Productions. Yes, I'm calling him that, sorry. He told me personally he's got locked on John Legacy. You know, that he will become a permanent person in the roster because Deathlock Productions is going to do everything in their power to guarantee he is going to be coming there. You know, will we ever see Justin Chambers one-on-one with Sean Legacy? And before you answer that, I got another surprise for you. Wait to the end. I'm dying to get your reaction to this. But go ahead and give me a response. What do you think of, you know, Legacy going to may possibly be a permanent part of the UCW roster, and will we see future matches?
That would be awesome if Legacy becomes permanent and everything. Will it happen? Hopefully one day down the road it does. Hopefully stars will align and the galactic forces will, you know, see it fit, as they would say. But yeah, I mean, I would love to get back in there with Sean Legacy because that is a top tier talent that honestly, I mean, we could have a great match. I mean, yeah, I hope it happens. I really do.
Before I get to my special announcement for you, my friend, at the end of the show, online, you know, there were some of us that were talking about it, and I would do what I can to make sure this happens in someone's ring, but, you know, with you, I don't know if they're going to team with Christian Theory or Damian Sig or Night Stalker here. Because you haven't announced who your tag team partner will be. Or if Scott is going to tag in now. I don't know. Those Freebirds. I don't know.
Hey, I'll go ahead and answer that now. This is breaking news. It will be Freebird style. Anybody in our group can defend those belts.
Wow. I love it, love it, love it. Now, that being said, Cash Money has issued a challenge and wants a piece of those tag team belts. And I'm telling you right now, as one of the directors, and probably one of the co-producers of Deathlock Productions, man, we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that match happens in main event fashion. Would you accept the challenge from Cash Money, Team Money, and Team Cash versus you guys for the World Tag Team titles?
Well, here's my answer to that. RWO gets their rematch. After that, who knows? We may let them. We may let Cash Money get a shot. But you got
definitely.
But here's the thing. This is what you got to understand. If they get a shot, that's it. And this decision is not going to be answered tonight. You best believe that.
I get that. I know you guys are still in the RWO, but also my understanding that the Common Man was injured that night. He took a serious injury at the hands of the Dark Alliance and was not able to compete in the Veterans Rumble. So he may not be, he may not be 100% on January show 2019. He might be. He hasn't concluded from the doctor yet, but there's still time for that though. But if the RWO is not able to compete and challenge the Dark Alliance for the tag team title, could it possibly see T-Cash versus the Dark Alliance? Because people are talking about it online, and a lot of people are excited to possibly see that match.
Well, here's the thing. Just because people are constantly talking about it online doesn't mean that it's going to happen just like that. Sometimes,
I get that.
Sometimes you gotta let the people want it more and more and more. It's not going to happen in January. I'm going ahead and tell you that now. It's not going to happen at all. It's 100%. It's not going to happen because, first of all, like I said, title's a Freebird style. I'm not making a decision. Jury's not making a decision. Stalker's not making a decision. Six not making a decision. Here's what you got to understand. The Dark Alliance will make the decision.
So basically the Dark Alliance are going to be like Steel Ortiz back in the day. Dodge the question and not want to fight Chuck Liddell. Got to hold out for more money. Show the fans, show the people what they want to see. I get it.
Here's the thing. If people want it, well, they're going to have to want it more.
I love it.
As you said earlier about me and Davis, there's only a couple people out there, blah, 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 blah. If you want it so bad, buy a ticket.
I love you for that.
If you want it, you'll get it. And when you get it, you're going to be leaving either happy or sad. But I guarantee when you leave, the Dark Alliance will still be the champ.
I love you for that, man. I appreciate that. One more rumor and ending with no question before I come a bombshell on you here, Mr. Chambers. Rumor was that the UCW promoter had spotted, after it was way too late, spotted your old tag team partner for back in the day, Alonzo Clark. Diablo David Clark, former AWF heavyweight champion, I might add, and you guys are former AWF tag team champions, was in the crowd. If he knew Mr. Clark, Diablo, if you would, was there, he would give us up, make sure he would be your tag team partner that night. Is that rumor any true? Because Christian Theory said that's still has something Survivor Pain made up to them back when he was taking enormous crap. No, I did not make that shit up. I was actually told that. Actually, I'm going to tell you, the Deathlock production promoter, Aaron Luke, told me that he heard you study man to make that comment when he was spotted in the crowd. But at that point, you guys were tag team champions. You guys just won the belt and he was spotted.
Here's something for you. Me and Clark will always be friends. The day Clark says Chambers, I want to come back. Dark Alliance is number 1 right now.
Yeah.
But does not mean we don't need a rabbit, whatever you want to call them, dog, a gator, whatever you want to call them, an enforcer. Because that's a big boy with big old frying pan hands. And
you always need to put a gator in your moat, right?
That's right. I always say, if that does happen, might as well go ahead, all the chances, go ahead and put the belts out, and Dark Alliance will pick the ones they want.
It'll be like Christmas shopping.
That's right. It won't be Black Friday at all. Nothing.
I love it. I hope people are still listening to the show, and then knowing the fans are still watching this show, dude. But golly, man, I gotta bring this shit up. And more crap keeps popping in my freaking head. But before I get into I got a double main event here for you. For everybody that first up, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to your attention, my man. You mentioned earlier, a few minutes ago, that the UCW will need some better talent to come in and help the other talent out, make them, as Gerald Briscoe used to say, the greatest thing ever happened to the Big Show with Brock Lesnar. Someone's got to make him work and help him get over. You know what I'm saying? There is another talent that has contacted me. I've negotiated a deal, and he will be coming January. I believe it's January 26th. He will be at January 26th.
Let me guess. Does he have the same initials as I do?
Yes, he does.
And is his last name one of my favorite Georgia football players' last name?
It might be.
Let me guess. Is it J.C. Walker?
J.C. Walker. Yes, sir.
It would be.
My understanding, he used to be a nemesis of yours way back in the day.
Way back in the day. It would be an honor to see J.C. Walker come through UCW and as Fury would say, his kingdom, or as Saint would say, his sanctuary, as I call it, the Legion. It would be an honor for J.C. Walker to show up, and I am so excited to see him again and to maybe reignite our old time story that we had.
Man, I can't wait, dude. I'm so fired up right now. I'm trying to popcorn and coke, hot dogs. I can't wait, man. I'm getting my ticket ordered in advance. I will be there ringside calling me action. God, I can't wait to see it. But to the other part of the main event here, dude, you want to go with your boy Christopher freaking Dickens. You know what he's freaking said about the Pro Wrestling Warcraft thing? He said it's going to crap. A brain fart. That's what a freaking need. It's well, it basically says this. It's explode. It's talent explode. But he says, everybody's going to get so into it, so sick of it, so what's with God. Wrestling's going to include how he tried to implode.
Implode.
Huh? Thank you, Jay. Yeah, implode. Because he said he's out of the wrestling business. He had a big falling out with the UCW. It was well documented on behind the freaking scenes. And, me and myself from the security don't have the best ground with Mr. Dickens at this time as far as business are concerned, but the guy well as I do. I mean, a lot of freaking crap happened backstage on your perspective, man. I know he'll be listening. And he's been dying. I wanted him away an hour and a half to hear his freaking name mentioned on this freaking show. But he is dying to know, how do you feel about Christopher Dickens in the professional wrestling business and knowing he exited professional wrestling? I know you bought you a snow cone. I'm pretty sure you look good about yourself. But, anything you want to freaking comment on, anything that you saw, anything that you freaking heard, well, you know what? I don't give a crap about Dickens. Next question.
I don't care about Dickens. No, I love Dickens. Dickens will be one of my brothers to the day I die. Much respect for him. if he wants to step away, I don't know what happened in the back with everything. I've heard stuff. I'm not going to reiterate all that. This is stuff I've heard. I'm not going to spread rumors. If Dickens wants to step away from wrestling forever, for a little bit, that's his choice. He's a grown man. As far as I know, he's doing really good in his life. I do keep up with him every once in a while. See, messages on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, stuff like that. He's doing something that he wants to do, and I have mad respect for him. No harsh words towards Dickens. I'm hoping he is listening to this because I'm hoping Friday to stop by his restaurant and maybe get some free pancakes. I love pancakes. But Dickens is the greatest guy. Is one of my best friends. Will always be my brother. I have no harsh words for him. Like I said, I don't know what happened between him and the UCW upper echelon, but whatever happened, hey, it happened. I don't have any hard feelings towards Dickens, and next time I see him, I'll kick him in the balls.
Just because you love him so much, right?
Yeah, because I love him. I mean, it's just natural.
That's right.
Well, the guy quit professional wrestling, let's see, 11 times in 11 years?
It don't matter, man. That's old news. It's just new news. It's just...
Well... It's a long way to go. I don't know. He did do some things, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
So much are still doing with it,
Does
Chris take us like a good cup of Kool-Aid?
Yeah, he does.
I'm glad, he drinks a lot. Anyway, guys, I think we're almost out of time here, man. Much love for Chris Dickens and everything that he does. Like I said, we did part ways. She got us now on Deathlock Productions. And, Christian Ferry, did you have any questions for Mr. Chambers?
What color do you like your shirt?
Red and blue.
Oh, shit, that reminds me. Crap, I can't end the show yet. Chambers, if you don't mind, dude, I get emails all the damn time about you and all these questions that the fans want to know. Random questions like you're on there to download you up here. If you don't mind, rapid fire some questions.
Yeah, let's rapid fire.
Okay, this female named Jasmine from Clearwater, South Carolina. Do you wear boxers, briefs, or G-string?
I wear boxers.
Okay, Joe here from North Augusta, senior matches. He missed the JC Georgia Boy gimmick, but when you unwind after a show, do you drink whiskey, or you drink beer, or you drink it all? What do you do after a hard fucking match? How do you basically relax?
I go and get me a big old sweet tea.
Big old sweet tea, outstanding here. Carl here from Harlem, Georgia wants to know, how do you cook a good ribeye steak? I'm being serious, legitimate question.
How do I like my steak?
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much knock the horns off, put it on the plate.
Damn straight, dude. Okay, why do you, you say from Athens, Georgia, did you attend college there? Did you get a scholarship there? Were you on the Georgia Bulldog football team?
None of the above. I've been a diehard dog fan since I was born.
Since you was born. Okay, what's your first super love? College football or pro wrestling?
College football.
Okay. Ralph here from Central City wants to know, do you prefer Bret Hart, CM Punk, John Cena, or Samoa Joe?
Punk.
Really? Okay, then Sally wants to know from Star City, how do you feel like CM Punk, one of the toughest guys in professional wrestling, held the WWE title for 423 days, but couldn't last 2 minutes in the UFC? What's your comments on that?
He just should have stick with wrestling.
Should have stick with wrestling. Do you ever want to see CM Punk return to wrestling?
I would love to.
Outstanding here. What's your favorite? Okay, Frank here from, my gosh, is even the town? I can't even pronounce it. Frank here wants to know, what's your favorite WrestleMania moment child growing up?
Let's see, would have anything to do with Macho Man.
I Oh, man. When this guy was WrestleMania 4 when he won the tournament, WrestleMania 7 he lost to the Warrior, WrestleMania 6 he lost to Dusty Rhodes, or his big return, WrestleMania 8 when he beat Ric Flair for the World Federation title.
Ric Flair, probably.
Yeah, that was a damn good match, by the way. Okay, here. Who do you think is a better wrestler? This is from William from Evans, Georgia. Okay. Do you think Christian Theory was a pussy for attacking out or screaming the words "I quit" at the Halloween show in the Aqua match with Hunter Young? Considering you wrestled Christian Theory before, were you surprised? Were you shocked when he said "I quit"? And a lot of people, man, I got my spirit blown up like crazy when Theory said "I quit." What's your response to that?
Well, I'm not very surprised because I'm not really surprised because, right before he had that match, he was, getting ready and everything. He pulled something and Hunter saw it, I guess, and he just used his advantage. I mean, so technically Young just cheated to win anyway.
Tristan Gilbert from Charleston, South Carolina was actually surprised considering he figured it would take him both Theory's legs and both arms for Theory to even say "I quit." I don't know. Maybe Theory's get close to over the hill at the rest of us. I don't know. But next question. Tristan Gilbert really wants to know, do you really consider yourself the greatest Georgia Southern champion of all time? And if you was less in the age we have during the time period you were, do you think you would have beaten him? Yes, that's a true question.
Do you say Tristan Gilbert?
Yes, he did. Yes, I did.
PG.
He's the hardcore champion of AWF back in the day. He always thought that would be a good matchup.
Hey, here's something for old Tristan. Back in the day, I don't really know, man. I'm not 100% sure. But I know for a fact, and this goes to Tristan, I know for a fact if it was Georgia versus Michigan, Georgia would stomp them through the ground. Every day of the week.
Okay. Next question from Clark. Is it true you guys have that going on between Georgia versus Florida this year college football game, Georgia versus Florida? The loser has to wear their white dress and cut the front lawn.
Yes, that is a bet, and he still has not upheld it yet because it's been 785 days since these dirty booger-eating gators have been
I appreciate it, man. I'm glad we can have fun with this show. Theory, that's the buzz on you, man. I know you're not really a quitter. You just, you're a quitter. What can I say? Anyways, Christian Theory, man. Any questions, man? Anything if you want to add to the show before we close out tonight? I'm getting stuffed, man. My name's John Collins. Too much turkey tonight.
Yeah, a little too much. But no, the only question I had was about the shirt, and he answered it right before we went into that still. So.
Really?
I gotta see what color shirt he wanted for his Dark Alliance t-shirt.
Wow. All right. Well, that being said, Justin Chenoweth, you said 2019 expect the unexpected. I can't wait to see the expected of the unexpected, and hopefully we'll be back here next year in 2019 Thanksgiving. Justin Chenoweth, thank you for being on the show, dude. I do want to put this in the air real quick before we close out. 2019, I'm trying to get something together for a one night or one day only, a 20-year reunion of the AWF. AWF officially started in March of 1999. Here we're coming up in 2019. I'm hoping to work some kind of special deal out. And if I do get something worked out for one particular show with you, the last defending AWF champions, would you be there to defend that championship one last time at the 20-year reunion of the AWF?
Hell yeah, I'll be there, dude.
Damn straight. Thank you very much. Well, that's all the time we have today for the Wrestling Shootout. I hope you and your family have a very, very happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you Christmas night. I was kind of late to my big announcement. I will have a current and defending undisputed UCW heavyweight champion of the world. Expect the power of pain and Christian Theory to open up the Christmas present. And what they're going to get? Hunter Young. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll be up for Christian Theory and Hunter Young to have a little shit under the mistletoe that night. But I'm fired up. I can't wait to see it. So if you have any kind of questions, y'all hit me up at SOPAWF@gmail.com. I am your host of Opportunity to do it. Bless you and happy Turkey Day.